Somehow I'm not the first to pivot from FNAF World to Skylanders content, but hey, kinda cool being the one to give you that second nickel, you know? Anyway, Skylanders is a game that took up a ton of my childhood. Taking on chaos alongside my assortment of plastic figurines was such a cool concept to younger me, and honestly, it still is to me now. I've heard complaints about the figures being overpriced, which, yeah, I guess in this day and age, but who cares? Y'all are saying this in an age of card crates, mobile game transactions, and 500 different purchasable in-game currencies. And for your information, I prefer fully real, physical purchases owned by me! I know it puts a hole in my bank account! I like it! With my adult money, I actually ended up buying all of the figures for the first game a couple years ago and played through the game live on this channel. So instead of taking advantage of the awesome expansive cast, or maybe playing the sequel, I've decided to limit myself by taking on a Nuzlocke of the first game. But I didn't want to take it on alone. Today, alongside me, I have my friend, thumbnail artist, and resident Skylanders expert, it's Spyro. She joined me for the entire Nuzlocke and will be cutting in occasionally to provide additional information, such as right now to explain the rules of the Nuzlocke.
Hi! So, before the run begins, Kat had to pick one Skylander from each element and fully reset him to take on the run. This gives her basically 8 lives, as when a Skylander dies, it's dead. Forever. We'll get into the choices as they become relevant. This will be staggered throughout the run, as Kat has to play as whatever Skylander whose element is stronger in the current zone. I'm sure that the zones are spread equally throughout the game, so every Skylander will get a great amount of screen time. Right? Finally, Kat can't use magic items, can't swap Skylanders mid-fight, and has to take on each elemental boss with her Skylander of the same element. Granted, it's still alive.
With that all out of the way, let's get into the challenge. So Skyland... Okay.
Lovely. Huh.
What the fuck you mean yes and no? What? I did find out after that this error was caused by a setting I had in the very real console that was causing issues. But we finally figured it out, allowing me to start as...
Spyro! No, not that Spyro. This Spyro! He's a dragon, he breathes fire, and he also charges at people with his horns. And most importantly, he's purple.
Halfway through the level, we got to meet someone very special to me. I have an alt account on TikTok where for the past 2 years I have only ever posted edits of one singular character. The hottest of the hot, Rizzo. But unfortunately, this game decided to block me off from this sexy man. I can't thrust! I can't!
Use your mouth for that?
How do I thrust? After eventually learning how to thrust, saving Rizzo, and talking to a cool band, we now get to introduce magic gates.
These are zones that can only be unlocked by a Skylander of specific elements. There are 3 in this first level, whose element match up with the 3 starter pack Skylanders, which, you know, Kat is all 3. She got Spyro. To take on the tech element gate, Kat used Drobot, a second dragon for the run, so you'll never guess what she used for the water element. That's right.
No, I'm describing Zap. Zap's my favorite. He has lightning powers and he's so slippy and slidey. He's so silly. Look at him. I even have a plushie of him. Shout out Spice Pirate for making him.
Okay. Well, behind each elemental gate, there's a cool hat you can put on to drip your Skylanders out. Kat was able to make Spyro actually, I'll rephrase that. Give Spyro more horns than anyone's ever had. Give Zap his very own drying pan, and crushed Robot with an anvil.
Due to my unfortunate status as a British person, it was my responsibility to save the Mabu royal family.
A concept that's never brought up again, by the way.
As Drobot did in fact save the monarchy, we also kidnapped a child, I think? I was skipping cutscenes a lot in this playthrough, so I don't know for sure.
Don't worry, lore expert here. Yes, you did kidnap Quigley. But don't worry, to make up for it, we're gonna go save Callie from being kidnapped herself.
After getting Drobot a hat that made him look like he wouldn't be out of place in young Sheldon, I was able to get my first soul gem.
Soul gems are collectibles in every level of Skylanders, which unlock a final upgrade you can purchase from Persephone in the lobby. When you unlock them, you'll be able to preview the Skylander you just got the gem for, as Cat will show off here.
No.
Hello, Stump Smash.
I'm sorry!
Oh, didn't like that. Or I guess not.
As the person who's scripting post-playthrough, it's really funny watching this back, because what do you mean I was running terrified of the fucking Dro Spearman? And as Drobot, no less. Anyway, I'm skipping over a lot for the sake of time. Like, I did a whole section as Spyro that's completely irrelevant. And I could technically skip over this Watergate now, but then Zap would get less screen time. And I can't be having that. Look, I made a penis! After getting out of there, it was time to swap back to Spyro, and give him a long stretch of playthrough. Oh, never mind.
Cat's chat kept calling Camo Weed Spyro, but the knowers know that Camo is not high. He's just gay.
My first use of camo was not a positive one, unfortunately. I had to use a turret, which I guess was fine on this level, but in my opinion, the turret sections are some of the worst parts of any Skylanders game. It didn't help that I struggled to get this section to work well, and when Spy tried to help me, this is all she could see. Luckily, I was indeed able to beat the level, allowing me to get a much-earned bathroom break. Oh no. I just had an awful bathroom experience. I sent this to Spy chat. I go to pull my pants down. I just hear a tear as it pulled down. I'm sitting here in pajama pants with a hole in the ass around my ass cheek.
I was trying so hard not to laugh my ass off when I saw that message suddenly.
And then, not only that, but after that, I start scrolling TikTok and I see a fucking AI-generated Charlie Kirk image, which was even worse than my pants now having a tear in them. It was time for Turret Hell. A horrible experience of a level, to be honest. But it did breed some discussion, because I saw these guys flying in the sky. Creatures that, as far as I'm aware, have no name. Those things have no names, and yet they appear in all the games up to Trap Team. Have they decided? Have they ever thought about naming them, because they're cool creatures?
They are. I personally call them just sky whales, but that's because I'm me and I decided that's what I want to call them. Crypt Crusher named them Gareth.
I'm going to name them. If you want to find out what I did end up naming them, be sure to like and subscribe. Maybe then I'll do a Giants Nuzlocke too.
After my naming skills were shown up in full force, it was time for Undead Element to take center stage. Ghost Roaster. His lore is that he was so hungry he eated so many ghosts. Luckily, this stone has him burning off all those calories by, and get this, walking in a straight line! Luckily, it's pretty hard to die here.
But where there's a will, there's a way. I remember ow, youch! Ghost Roaster, come on! Man, lock in! No! What? In what world did I take damage there? Hello?
Sonic Boom gets introduced here, and her main ability is sending out her children into war. And there's, like, a sad backstory and stuff, but that's irrelevant here. Especially with Kat's current opinions on her.
Look, okay, I wasn't the biggest Sonic Boom fan at the beginning of this run. To be honest, I mainly picked her because sending children to war was funny to me. I never said this out loud at the start of the run, but I really wish I'd gone with Tornado or Whirlwind, and you can kind of tell from this section. Go get it, babies. You fucking suck! Disowning you! What's the point in having children if they can't even get you your Skylanders hats? Shut the fuck up! I get it! Shut up!
After being buried underground for 100 years, Prison Break came out, unaware of anything in the current world. So, the first thing he was shown the amazing digital circus. So upon finding a jester hat in this level, he knew what he had to do. She had to become Pomni. And to fit with her new persona, we will be calling Prison Break Pomni for the rest of this video, and she will be referred to by exclusively she/her pronouns.
After grabbing the propeller, which I guess was the goal here, we headed to finally obtain the first of the eternal sources from around Skylands.
We need all these sources to bring back the core of flight, and to stop Invader Sim over here from spreading his darkness across all of Skylands. And first up, we have air!
This level was mainly just a Spyro and Sonic Boom experience. And when you sign up to be a Skylander, one thing they don't tell you is the trauma that you may suffer. As partway through this level, Spyro had to witness as one of the enemies couldn't take it anymore and killed himself. Even despite this, Spyro was able to continue on like a real trooper. This is why he is the leader. Sonic Boom was then able to make it up the tower, sending her babies to fight for her. Holy shit, never mind! She had to dive into battle, but luckily she won that flawlessly. Upon returning to base, we met up with a guy called Gurglefin, which, Hugo, you can't say that. He took us out to defend the factory of his homeland and save all of the Gilmankind from being locked up. It was during this level, though, that we had our first near-death experience.
I have taken a lot.
Oh my god, Drupal! Oh my god! Oh my Jesus Christ! Oh my god! No, Drupal!
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Drupal, run! Okay, no, I've got this. I know what to do.
Okay.
I'm safe. We were able to free the Gilman trapped behind the tank and end out the level by exacting our revenge in the best way possible. Kill him! Kill him! Yes!
Okay, thank God.
Oh, I want that XP. What do you mean there's more? Go away! I'll do it again! I'll fucking do it again! That's what I thought! Is that what? More! I'll do it again! I'll do it! You wanna see me do it again? Okay, that's everyone. Now we had to find the twin spouts, which I could make a joke about this here, but trust me, wait and it'll be much better later.
Throughout the beginning of this level, we used Pomni and got to learn a lot more about her origins. Of course, we said how she came out of the ground, and first thing she saw of current culture was Digital Circus. But did you know that it was actually Whirlwind who showed her it? Yeah. And due to the similar nature of waking up in an entirely different world, she began to kin Pomni from the show. It's gotten to an unhealthy degree. And to be honest, she kinda uses it as a coping mechanism for her current role in the war.
While playing with her, we got to see this joyous guy bouncing up and down on the trampoline. You know, it's nice that even in war, everyone can still find time to have fun. And oh my god, Pomni! Are you okay? Oh, thank God she could get out of there. Heading into a zone where we could use anyone we like.
Upon originally buying all the Skylanders from the first game, Kat found that they had all been played with, but none had more hidden lore than the Igniter figure. Going by Killer Joseph, there's no telling what had gone on in his past life. All we knew is that he had to be a member of the squad.
After his 1 second of screen time, Killer Joseph did have to be put away, Spyro finishing the level by getting the twin spouts. But on the way to escape, poor Gurglefin was absolutely abused by the enemies. Poor Gurglefin! Leave him alone! Heading into the next level, there's a lot that happened at the beginning, and I don't have a good segue into it, so... Can we nickname every character we have after a TADC character, just for the fuck? But no, because then we'd have to rename Killer Joseph.
No, Killer Joseph is in the Amazing Digital Circus. What are you talking about? It's my favorite character, is Killer Joseph.
Of course. And my OC into
No, it's not. Oh, no.
Zap!
Oh my god, he's real!
I just actually pointed at my monitor. After all of that, we did have our next near-death experience. Right near the end of the level, Zap was dropped to within an inch of his life, and we had to fight a boss. It was a terrifying turn of events that nobody could have foresaw, but at the same time, it felt like it was karma. You see, something I skipped over in the last level was when we took on a water element gate, and I cheated. I know, I'm sorry. I think this was the game punishing me for my misdeeds. But in order to save Zap's life, me and Camo backtracked across the entire level to find Zap some food. And after preparing the one-course meal for him, he went into battle. And in this mirror match, there was only one character who would come out on top, and Zap knew he had to put this faker down.
Some of the boss battles in this game have you face off against 3 familiar faces. Chaos made like a dark, fucked up version of the Skylanders, giving us just a glimpse into his dark reality. I fear that a full stare into his twisted perspective would make most go insane. In this one we have Zap, Gilgrunt, and Slambam. Between battling each of them, you also have to deal with an elemental attack, with the water one being a bunch of sharks. If you can narrowly avoid them though, you can get some health regen, meaning that by the end of the first section, Zap had full health to take on Gilgrunt. A lot of these boss battles is just pattern recognition, so Cat and Zap were able to make it through to the final round easily. In this one, she had to face off against all the threats from across the battle simultaneously, which would be difficult if Cat wasn't cracked at the video game.
We got the elemental water source before meeting Diggs the Molekin and heading over to get the Crystal Eye. We had another Pomni section, so of course, as always, we had to expand the lore. Bro, this isn't the digital. What fucking adventure has Kane got us on? Prison Break's like really committed to the bit, so whenever he's sent on like a mission, he's just like, damn, Kane's got me on some crazy adventures these days. This is how Prison Break is experimenting with his gender as well, and that he just didn't want he just hasn't like let anyone know that until now.
And then he calls like the other members of your team, like Kinger and Zubul and Gangle, and they're just like, what is he talking about?
Except Killer Joseph hasn't got like a nickname because
it's just Killer Joseph. It's in the series. We know this.
Igniter's like the only one who was actually able to like introduce themselves before being assigned a name by Pomni. So it's just like, oh wait, a new member of the circus! Oh, Killer Joseph! He's like really shocked that Kane let the name Killer Joseph slide, but he's like, you know what, hell yeah. Let's go, Ragatha! My name's Spyro! This was also where I got to be a little more attached to Sonic Boom. Throughout the run, she just kind of felt good to use. The high damage output, being able to stand back while her baby's attacked, and everything about her in general just felt nice. But hey look, Balloon Boy gets his 5 seconds of screen time.
I was really worried Cat would lose a character here, but she might be the best to ever do it, because Ghost Roaster slaughtered the entire arena just to get a hat that Cat didn't even put on him.
Throughout the level, I noticed that there was a lot of swapping, which Spyland decided to start spreading misinformation about this being some sort of notorious swapping level.
Look, okay, in my defense... okay, I got nothing.
That's what I thought. Anyway, I don't think I could make this clip funnier than it is raw, so just watch. Drobot was the plane! I can't believe this! After this, I have some incredible news. The Skylanders have successfully killed the Wither, and now have the resources necessary to activate a beacon. I'm sure you've noticed the gameplay commentary is getting shorter and shorter per level, and in my defense, it's hard to repeat. I used Camo, and Zap, and Pomni for every single trial and or tribulation. I mean, Stonetown, despite being a level that we're getting the Earth element source from, has barely much to talk about. I think we saw the ninja from Ninjago, and also Camo decided to become a queer icon while also running a successful pizzeria. But the level ends off battling against this My Singing Monsters-esque rock monster. Which, I feel a song coming on.
Pomni is gonna abstract you! It'll sound really cool, post. Okay, it'll sound really cool. You're fucking trapped in the circus, and I'm the clown. I'm gonna beat your ass and take the crown. You think you're slick? You think that you're catching strays? Well, if you ask me, you're an absolute disgrace. The speed is rock hard, but your bars are flaccid. Call it chemical reaction, the way it burns like acid. I'm in the shit like Jax, the way I'm ready to fuck. You're in the shit like Hoover, the way you suck.
Prison break upon me doesn't matter, I'll condemn. Unlike a crystal body, I am this is an gem. In the circus, I'm the ringmaster to take you down. I've been saying you're just a bit, you just look like a clown. You've been underground for more than 100 years, now you're trying to be hip, but okay, just drive me to tears. Your beam is supreme, but your lines, they just flop, because with the earth itself inside my boss will make you drop.
Well, fuck you. Kills you with lasers.
Wow, rap battle saved Skylands. This truly was a high school musical. Oh, shut up now. We got to meet a guy called Arbo, who I like to call Jack, off of his giant, massive, incredible beanstalk.
After writing it together, we started talking about the Skylanders prototype's design document that got leaked. So while Cat plays his level, welcome to Fun Facts with Spy. Much to Cat's dismay, Sap wasn't originally Sap. He was going to be a Cyclops snail, and instead named Tarklops. He was one of the original 5 Skylanders pitched too. Can't believe they were switching up on their day ones like that. Tornado's color scheme was supposed to be completely different originally. He was also originally meant to be a water dragon. When Tarklops was redesigned into the new water dragon Sap, Tornado also switched element to air and lost his dragon title. Did you know that Kama was added so late into production that even the trailer for Spyro's Adventure used his prototype design? It's true. He went by Sun Dragon and he's right there.
And while editing, I actually found out that the trailer also just has camo in it too for some reason. Like, they use both designs? I have no clue how this happens.
Something funny to me is that the Skylanders Design Bible states that the Skylanders are supposed to look misformed, which, like, damn. Chopper and Snapchop were originally supposed to be giants before getting scrapped and later used in Trap Team. Crypt is also part of this group. And finally, facts 6 and 7, in Skylanders Trap Team we were supposed to get a Series 4 Cinder. Her code is literally in the files, but she was scrapped. I'm so mad about this. They're missing an undead core because of this, which, speaking of Cinder, there was a concept for an undead dragon in Spyro's Adventure that wasn't her. This ended up instead becoming Vathek, the main villain in Dragon's Peak.
Out of all the quests in Skylanders Spyro's Adventure, which one would you say is the worst? Maybe the turrets like I mentioned earlier, or perhaps a log puzzle? Well, in my opinion, this sheep section with the apples is way worse than anything else. These motherfuckers suck! Luckily, after eating enough apples to keep the doctor away for weeks, I headed up to the boss level, where I got a cutscene talking about Chaos's acorns. I do not want to see where that was going. I've seen a movie like this before, and let's just say the site I watched it on had an orange and black logo. After making my way out of the level, I had to take on another gang of enemy Skylanders. Freddy Fazdrag was against every other Skylander in his element. He managed to dodge and weave around Zook's bullet hell, and didn't take a single hit from Stealth Elf. But last was Sump Smash. Now he's a big threat. He got his nuts out and tried to nut all over my life dragon. But luckily, Freddy was able to come out on top. But it was close, and we still had to fight all 3 at once. And during a battle that felt more like something out of Undertale, lag hit at the worst time. There's so much going on. Oh my god, Camo, no! Camo, no! Kill no! No! Camo is dead! The first Skylander had fallen. Suddenly the run had gone from joking about riding Arbo's beanstalk to the worst place I'd been in so far. But even in darkness, there's light. And for this run, that light was shaped exactly like Sonic Boom. And in literally 12 seconds, she was able to defeat the evil Skylanders. How a savior had presented herself. But even then, Our grief persisted. Camo did all of the heavy lifting. Oh my god. This Nuzlocke got a lot more serious.
The Skylanders of the Life Element are stronger in the zone.
That's great, game.
That's
really
very mean.
Game.
Game.
This is like rude at this point. Why are we using the plant guy? Did Camo die? I don't want to talk about it.
It hurts. It hurts so much. The two different people in chat saying Camo went to a farm upstate, don't worry, and the next person, he died.
Rip weed Spyro. It's fruity, Spyro. I'm not gonna let you spread misinformation in his death.
Hey, we need to look on the bright side. At least Camo went out fighting valiantly, instead of, like, dying to a mine in the next level or something.
Drobot decided to take on Freddy's role, becoming Dragbot, before we were able to get the gear from this level. And the next level was all about explosions.
Which is so fitting that Rizzo is here, considering how I exploded my pants whenever I see him.
This specific part of Rizzo is always so uncanny to me. Like, every edit I've made of Rizzo uses this one image of him only, and so seeing him out in the wild like this to me is like seeing the MatPat PNG in its original context. Like, it just looks fake. Anyway, the constant explosions in this level reminded me of a song that I was introduced to by twitch.tv/okverycool. And, oh no, not again. I feel a compilation coming on.
Kaboom, kablow, kaboom. Rest in peace, my granny, she got hit by a bazooka. Yeah, I think about it every time I hit the hookah. Kaboom, kablow, kaboom.
And, well, color me tickled pink. Cat beat the level!
I'm not tickling you.
Oh. Hey, look, we get to use Killer Joseph in a level. And Ghost Roser too, oh my. One thing about this game is that while the enemies slowly become more difficult to face, their reward to get also increased. So the moment Killer Joseph hit the portal, he was already up there in the 1%, having more money than 6 out of the 7 Skylanders still alive.
That is the most forced 6-7 joke I think I've ever heard. He is the only one alive that hasn't got less money.
Motherfucker, you wrote the script!
The toy has a problem?
Take him off and take him on again.
I have! Spy, we need to contact Activision customer support!
I gotta call him right now! No, but it would be so funny. Imagine, like, you work there a normal day at Activision support, and somebody rings you up and you're just like, okay, it's probably about Call of Duty or something. And you immediately hear them, hi, so my portable power has a problem. It's registering my Skylanders.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh
What
my
are you
god!
talking about?
Oh my god! Okay, please, go in, let me through! Hi, oh my god, Rizzo.
Rizzo is there to make everything okay.
You know, I'm fucking pissed off with that guy who was firing missiles at me. You know what? I've had enough of you. You try fucking bombing this. No, come back, Mom! Come back, Mom! Hold on. Come back. Back up here, back up. I'm fucking pissed off with this guy. I'm tired of him. Does it not fucking kill him? Okay, there we go. He just needed to jump. The final battle for the tech source was against a fucking tank. Luckily for us, Drobot goes by many names. Drobot, Dragbot, Drobot, and Aimbot. Yeah, his laser has built-in aimbot, so we shredded through the tank's health, getting to continue to the undead zone.
But first, we get to meet my goat, T-Bone.
You think that's what trans men call their bottom growth? Their T-bone?
Just go into the level.
Okay! Man, this is a nice frame. Yeah, Skylanders couldn't handle my T-girl swag and froze, making me restart my game, only to see that I was only 21% of the way through. We still had a third of the game to get through, so I'd like to speedrun through the rest, but unfortunately, the undead section of the game's air of death took an effect on my team. So, take your guesses as for who you think is next on the chopping block. Oh, I'm so coping with humor right now.
Oh, is it Hurricane Jetvac?
No! Throughout these recordings, I've been constantly telling Eon to shut up. Shut up, Eon. Shut up. Shut up, Eon. Some of my Skylanders found it less humorous than others. To hopefully earn back Spyro's trust, though, I decided to get his Soul Gem, which, once he earned enough money, I would graciously buy him this upgrade. And luckily, he got his chance to earn lots of money later in this level. No, let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out! No! Okay, what the fuck? All of the dragons are dying. This does not bode well for Drobot and Zap. Luckily, Sonic Boom was once again able to come back out and save the run. But Spyro's corpse was taken from us, with us even finding him laying on the ground, decomposed in the next level. And when I said earlier that the undead element had an air of death surrounding it, I meant it. Spyro wasn't the only character to die in this section.
The boss in this section is commonly believed to be one of the toughest in the game, with very few openings to attack, some difficult lasers you have to dodge, and Chop Chop somehow having both of his upgrade paths? It makes an incredibly tough fight. But Kat first had to make it there, so let's check in with her.
Everything is awful, everything fucking sucks, this is the worst game I've ever played, I hate it here, I'm gonna go and fucking...
Okay, so she's not doing well. So I guess it's up to me to commentate the battle against the undead boss. Welcome, everybody! Welcome to the fight to end all fights. We got an exciting match here today, folks. Cataclysmic versus Chaos. So it starts off with a mirror match between Ghost Roasters, with Chaos's team getting the first hit in. Cat recovers quickly, her own Ghost Roaster able to fell her doppelganger, receiving a pizza for his efforts. Up next, we got lasers that Ghost Roaster dodges easily before Chop Chop is sent in. It's a tough battle, but once again, Ghost Roaster takes the victory. There's even more lasers. Balloon Boy can run, he can hide, but he can't escape the inevitability of death. Going down. Can our Drag Queen Drobot defeat Chaos's next minion, Hex? He's flying all over the place, dodging and weaving, taking down the Witch Girl. But what's this? Chaos sent everyone back in. Is that allowed? Whether that's legal or not, it doesn't matter, because the beating Drobot's receiving right here shouldn't be. He's taken down. Leading Cat to send in her old reliable Sonic Boom. And what's this? Hex is down, and so is Chop Chop. Oh, it's a massacre. Sonic Boom takes home the crown. How you feeling, Cat?
Everybody's dead. We have 3 Skylanders left. Number 1, Prison Break. By far the most biased on this list.
Get him now, or die.
Number 2, Killer Joseph. And number 3, Sonic Boom. And as I continued on, the game taunted me with elemental gates I couldn't access, zones I couldn't take advantage of, and soul gems I couldn't even access. Regardless, we pushed through the fire zones and had Killer Joseph fight against the 3 other fire Skylanders in the game. And luckily, Joseph the Killer, Joseph the Killed, all 3 of them, getting us the fire source with only a little difficulty in the Sunburn and Eruptor sections. This allowed us to continue on to the final area, the Magic section. But first, Pomni upgraded her lasers from green to yellow, now allowing her to piss on the enemies.
Have you upgraded Killer Joseph?
I haven't, I don't think I can afford it. Let me on the platform! Hello? Can I not get up here with Zap anyway?
Can't even get on. He's just gonna fly.
That's the fucking point. Can he also not get on? Whatever, man. Whatever. Bro, this must be, like, terrifying for Killer Joseph.
Oh.
Like,
One wrong step and it's over.
For the entirety of the Magic section, I used solely Sonic Boom. The journey I went on through this playthrough with her is wonderful. From wishing I'd used Whirlwind to now not taking her off the portal once in the final areas of the game. I really don't have much to add in this section. I mean, we got to literally...
You got to talk about Sap earlier. It's my turn now. I love giant robots. We got to pilot a massive mech to shoot down enemies and have a brawl. It was awesome. Big robot fan here.
After getting the magic source, we were able to be taken right to the final level of the game, the boss fight against Chaos. But before that, we had to make it through the rest, and this is a level I will remember forever. Ooh. No!
No!
Pomni! The worst part is that I know I could have lived that. I know that if I just played a little better, I would have been fine. This death meant we would be going into Chaos with only 2 characters, starting with Killer Joseph. But it felt like not 5 minutes went by before he was slain, leaving me to rely on Sonic Boom again. And I mean, she'd saved the run many times before. It was time for her to carry me to victory once again. Sonic Boom, do what you do best. Defeat Chaos! What? No. Sonic Boom, no. We lost? After all this, it's over? I let down my whole team. Freddy, Spyro, Zap, Balloon Boy, Dragbot, Pomni, Killer Joseph, and Sonic Boom. I couldn't even win a Nuzlocke of arguably the easiest game in the franchise. And now I had to start from the beginning again. With who though? Stealth Elf is good, apparently. And I guess I could use Flame Slinger since I'm not that good at using Igniter. Maybe Double Trot. What's the point? I'm a failure. I'm just a failure.
No, you're not. Yeah, you lost the Nuzlocke, but that's okay. Life isn't just about winning. We're all still here. Not just me, but everyone.
You're right. I can do it. This is the team I'll use. And this time, I'll beat Skylanders. The first run of this game was more like a learning experience. And from that, I now knew exactly how to play. I sped through the game on the second attempt, every near-death I had in the original being completely countered by my absolute gamer skills in this attempt. I made it all the way back to the life area's boss where Freddy Fazdrag was able to destroy his 3 evil brethren. Spyro was also able to take down the giant enemy spiders, avoiding his original cause of death before we continued into the next level, witnessing a reminder of how far we'd come. We were on a roll, but unfortunately, not everyone was going to survive still. As Killer Joseph was fighting against a horde of enemies, he got shot right into the claws of a rhubarb, being slashed to death. Double teamed by this Minecraft bedrock skeleton ass aim. It was an upsetting turn of events, but we had to continue. BB deciding to take up his mantle, now as Killer BB. And luckily, the next death wouldn't come until far later in the game. Kinda.
What happened next was something that I, a lifelong Skylanders fan, have never witnessed. As Killer BB was sent into battle, this happened.
What? What?
No!
What even happened? What the fuck? Okay, so what happens? This guy fires out the fireball. Killer BB is like their attacking guy. Fireball does the whole fucking health bar in one. Is that
not be possible? I low-key genuinely think you might have stumbled upon a glitch. I don't know how that would happen. Because of that, we decided to restart this level, considering it was not a reasonable death. Luckily, from then on, we had an easy job. So long as you ignore Spyro's multiple near-death experiences. Guys, Spyro might be a little bad.
The fire boss went smoothly, Freddy being able to sweep, and we went through the magic areas with a little more variation this time. I no longer relied on solely Sonic Boom. Unfortunately, Spyro did end up dying in the penultimate level, leading me to fall back into old habits. Sonic Boom was still my MVP despite everything, genuinely going up to be one of my top 3 Skylanders ever, but I couldn't always use her. I had to use some variation, and unfortunately that variation took the form of Palmy. She was wiped out in the last level of the game. Again. This time, at least, it wasn't entirely my fault. I swapped into Killer BB as he went to face Chaos, and it was going insanely well. Killer BB tore through every single minion that Chaos threw at me and shredded his health. Unfortunately, this couldn't last forever though, as he eventually was taken down. Well, time to go back into old reliable. No, not after what happened last. Instead, there was one character who I wanted to bring us to the end. A redemption arc like no other. Camo was brought in. The first character to die in the first run, and the one who would finally win us the Nuzlocke. Oop. Oh my god.
The combination between the lasers and the sharks are fucking horrifying.
Please, please, come on, Freddy Fazrak. Come on, keep going. Just come on, just avoid these fucking sharks, man. What are you doing? Ready? Yes!
Yes!
Oh!
Yippee! Oh my goodness! Hurrah! Huzzah!
Chaos was taken down, and though we lost 4 characters along the way, the half that we had left were able to relish in victory. As the big bad of the game was destroyed, sent to Earth never to return again. Right?